So, welcome back to Wrenching with Grandpa. And it's kind of a rainy day today, and we were able to get the old girl back into the garage. Had to get all the Christmas decorations and everything out of the way. Been doing a little off camera work on her. This car has been sitting for a number of years and has just accumulated a great deal of dirt, debris, and so right now, Grandpa's been spending most of his time just doing some detailing, cleaning, trying to kind of get her cleaned up and assess what all we're going to need to get her back on the road. I mean, she runs and drives. I just haven't quite got her ready there yet. And, I like working on things that have been cleaned up a little bit. And so we've just been kind of shining up a few parts and getting her all washed up a little bit. This stuff's great. Love it. Also, you can't go wrong when you're working on these old cars with a little bit of, blaster lubricant. Not sponsored. But anyway, we've got the 318 here. We're going to be looking at doing some modifications here, possibly. We've got some new plastic pieces to install. Uh, Looking at maybe an electronic ignition system, putting a little hotter plugs in her. There has been a compression test run on the engine, and we're somewhere between 95 and 130 on the cylinders as an average. Um, Honestly, what we're going to try to do, since this engine is set and not run that much, is we're going to put some non-ethanol fuel in it. We're going to run some seafoam in the oil change, which will be coming up soon, as well as in the fuel system, and see if we just can't clean some of the old stuff out of this thing and get that compression up. I honestly think this is a very strong engine. It's just got some carbon in it, and we need to get her cleaned out. Once that does, I expect to see a 10 to 20 psi increase on all these cylinders. Quite honestly, it's a very solid engine. So anyway, that's where we're at there. Today, I just want to kind of give you a quick update. It's kind of rainy and nasty outside. We were fortunate enough to acquire with the car some new trunk weather stripping, and so we've kind of started trying to figure out how that goes in. It's interesting that these aftermarket strips have kind of a unique style, and of course this piece has been in its original packaging for many years, so we've kind of tacked it in right now to get it to form to the trunk lid or to the deck, and kind of stretched it out, going to give it a chance to kind of get back to a more flat nature so that we can go ahead and apply it in all. But today I wanted to kind of let y'all know a little something here. I've been kind of messing around with just different cleaning. My background right now in the automotive industry is that I oversee a fleet of about 130 cars in cleaning, maintenance, and upkeep of them for a national rental company. And this has kind of been my advocation. Uh, but anyway, we've got some 55-year-old chrome here. And as you can see, we've got a lot of pitting, just like pinhole rust. And so, these are kind of some of the things that we're going to try to clean up and get a little better off with the bringing the car back to life. And so today I found that, with enough thought and, as you learn how we're doing this I've got a product here that I've used on my own cars for quite a while, and you're probably familiar with it. Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. And not sponsored, but it's a great little product. And today we're going to show you what we can do with some of this on a closed, tight weave cotton rag. Now, there are different things out there that you can use as far as your application media, and certainly, different things work for different folks. But I just found this interesting that as old and exposed to the years that this chrome has had, and even though to the common eye it looks like it's pretty well trashed out, but I want to tell you something, folks. You put a little elbow grease, a little glove into this chrome, because this was back when they were using steel, not plastic. You see what we're getting off of this? Now, a lot of this is coming off the weather stripping, which isn't bad either, because it's old and contaminated with all kinds of things. So this polish is great for getting a lot of different things off the surfaces of these metal surfaces, and some of the surrounding if you're paying attention to what you're doing. But a lot of these pins are coming out, and of course you always want to remember, rotate your rag. And you can see we're already starting to clean up some of this small pinhole rusting. It's when you start getting this kind of rust, it's obviously below the surface of the chrome. But if you can get in and polish and clean out these surfaces and get them smoothed back out, then you have a way that you can go back in with some today's technology and cleaners, sealers, waxing products, clear coat, whatever, that you might be able to keep from having to try to find the unfindable in chrome in classic cars. Well, hopefully you can see that even though we still have quite a bit of pitting here, it's looking much better than it did. And this is just the first pass. Considering the age of this chrome and its condition, I'll probably make 2 to 3 more passes over this with the mothers and then finish it off later on. But let me show you this. This other side was in probably actually a little worse shape than that side was. And I did it off camera a little earlier. But if you'll look in some of these areas, we're actually getting back to chrome with no pitting, especially in some of these areas as well. So it's not going to make your chrome look brand new, although it has helped tremendously on some of the side trim. It is an inexpensive way to try to restore what you've got if it's semi-restorable, at least until you can afford to buy new, if you can even find it. So that's today's little quick update. We're coming along, folks. We got a long ways to go. But this is going to be a fun little car. We hope to get it ready for maybe some shows in the spring and some upgrades. My buddy Jerry and I are talking about some power plant options. We still got a lot to do. We're going to get it up on a lift in a future video. See what we got underneath, do some diff service, some trans service. We got to look at this exhaust system. It's fairly solid, but we want to see what we got to do to maybe trick it out a little bit. So everybody, appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please hit the button below. Let's see what we can do to make this old girl back into something that we're all real proud to see on the channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.